Yeah.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Same to you.
Thanks for showing up and having a seat on the couch or wherever and joining in with us. I want to say hi to Paramom. Linda, stick around for the outro. Just a hint. Daniel Williamson and Gladys. Hey, girl. And Karen up. How are you doing, Karen? And looks like that's all we got right now that's saying anything in the chat. But we got some other people watching and
oh, great. Now we got Tim Gaskins. I got to behave now. Otherwise,
why is he in here? And Henry. So, hey, so Dweese, what's going on with you today? What did you do?
I finally this morning. It was awesome.
That's great.
It's been 2 months, so it was awesome.
So if anybody is a friend of Dweese on Facebook, I didn't see it till just before the show, but she's got some video clips of her awesome flight. She hasn't flown since she's been here for our Northern Lights Paramotor fly-in back in July. So I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, thank you.
You had to get your butt out of bed though at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, yeah, but it was worth it. It was great.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you, and everything went well.
Yeah.
So, and Steve, tell us about your weekend.
Just sat around and drank.
How about Sunday? Come on, dude.
So, I went skydiving and then immediately flew after that. I did get a wild bone in me. The air was smooth, so I went in the Platte River and did my first waterfoot drag, and I highly don't recommend that. I knew stuff about water, and I chose an area where I knew it was a couple inches deep, and I knew it could grab you. But I remember the week prior, somebody sent me a photo of them toe dragging, and I'm like, stick your heel in it so that way it doesn't grab you so hard.
Right.
So as I'm going down, I'm like, I can't quite get low enough, and then I'm like, screw it, and I ducked my toe in it, and I mean, it'll pull you. It's not safe. So I'm not going to do that for a long time until I get a little bit more finesse. I'll probably stick to shallow stuff and grass or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But you did it.
it was extremely fun. I think I need to skydive maybe twice a year now. I got to do that again.
So I did see, because I know you said the first time you had a hard landing on your butt. And
Oh yeah, I broke my tailbone the very first time. I jumped with a gal I was working with dying of terminal cancer. And
yeah.
when I landed, he dropped me. It was bad.
So, but you did land on your butt again this time, but like swooping though or something, right? But
Oh
it wasn't
yeah,
bad.
it was super smooth. And I
That's-
didn't care. I mean, you accept these risks when you do that, and I was like, if I break it again, I break it.
But I'm happy for you, and yeah, you had a adrenaline junkie day, that's for sure. So, Deweese, what? You're on mute.
Randy's mowing the grass outside the door, so I'm muting.
Oh, what were you saying?
I said he could have put a pillow in his pants and prepared for that.
Right. All right. We got some talk in the chat, but we're going to say hi quick to Joshua Marsh and John Wayne. I saw Kelby Cox and Chris Gwynn. He's talking something about Dell. We want to know if something's true, but we're not going to talk about that here right now. We're going to introduce our awesome guest. She took the time out tonight to hang out with us. So let's introduce Sandie.
Hello.
Hi, Sandie.
Hi.
How the heck are you? You're welcome. So where the heck are you?
I am in Lake Wales right now.
What are you doing down there? I thought you were a Georgia girl.
I was a Georgia girl. I've been a Georgia girl for 23 years, but I just moved down here to Aviator Paramotor to work here and fly here now.
What are you doing there?
I'm working in the warehouse doing all the shipping receiving. So if you ever order anything from Aviator PPG, there's usually a little note in there, and just so you know, it's written by moi. So I'm shipping and receiving and handling orders and stuff like that.
So is Gladys taking good care of you?
She is.
Good.
She is. I know. When Gladys was in the chat, I was like, oh, my girl.
I love Gladys.
Yeah, they are. I split when they dodged my son.
I'm gonna have to start submitting like weird orders just for you to process. Like this guy wants to subscribe to Pudding of the Month.
Well, tell Kristen we say hi too.
So what do you like best about your job?
Probably just the people and the people that we meet, the people I work with, and the environment. It's just very laid back, and I love the few people that I work with in the office are great, but as well as everyone we get to meet every day and talk to on the phone and the experiences. I just love it all.
Yeah.
Now, if Eric Farewell isn't paying you enough, you let me know because I talk to him once in a while, and I'll talk some shit.
I'm good.
Stay far away.
I heard Steve. I just started.
They'll start no crap. She just started.
I think I'm doing pretty good yet so far. So don't start nothing. I can't be wrapped up in drama. I'm not doing
I'm gonna
it.
start it and I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah.
So I guess the first little hint question is, what's your call sign and why?
My call sign is Sassy Bubbles. Well, so yeah, it's fully sassy. And so the one day during training, I was doing something and I heard someone call me Bubbles, and I said, "What is Bubbles?"
The
And they
bubbles,
said,
the bubbles, the bubbles.
"What else are we supposed to call you?" So it was Bubbles for a few days, and then one day I hadn't had my coffee in the morning, and so I had made a comment about something, and someone went, "Oh, she's sassy too." So that's where the sassy part came from. So in the end, it was fully Sassy Bubbles.
Nice.
Yeah.
Joshua Marsh says, hey, tell Neil he has to work harder and he still owes him a factory R.
Yeah, they're on back order, but they're coming. But he works hard, so
Yeah. I actually got to say hi to him the other night, Sunday night. We did
The little,
we did a video chat with Wendy, and he was
yeah,
sitting at her dinner table. So
yeah. Oh, she was telling me about her husband does some cool. It's not dirt bikes. It's something else about
trails,
yeah. We
trials.
were
Sorry, trials.
Yeah, jumping
Yeah.
on rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, he had those here in Wisconsin, and
Yeah, Wisconsin, you be
he had those here, and I got to ride it once. I was scared because it's like I didn't want to ruin his competition bike that he was going to, because my luck, I would have broke the clutch or something. But
Why? Oh, I want to get invited too.
Neil says he's riding trails with Justin soon. Or Justin says that Neil's going to be riding with him soon.
oh,
That's pretty
nice.
cool. Yeah.
Hey, and Angela's in here. Hey, girl, thanks for showing up.
Hey, Angela.
So, all right. So I met you this May down at Bad Apples, and we had chatted just before that. So probably about a month before that, we were talking online.
Yes,
And
because introduced us.
what?
Bethany introduced us.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep. And I actually got to meet Bethany last 2 weekends ago now, up in Pennsylvania, so in person. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, got to fly around with her a little bit, our last flight up there. So that was nice. Got to meet a lot of people up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so proud of her and all of her flying. She's doing great.
Right?
Yeah.
So what got you into this sport?
So I got into the sport because Tim and my dad, Bob, they both flew. And so I've always known I wanted to fly. I did a tandem with Eric DeFore in, I believe, 2018. And so I always knew I wanted to fly. And then I did the tandem, so it was still a thing. And then unfortunately, I didn't get to fly with my dad. But now that I've trained, it's just, like living on his legacy and everything. Because he used to fly. He was a bad apple, but he passed in 2020. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, so now I'm just living on the legacy of the Gaskins flying.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm about to start showing up Tim, too.
Tim, what do you think about that? I think he was all smiles seeing you down at Bad Apples this spring.
Yeah. I know. I can't wait to with him. He's coming down soon. Fly together finally.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So okay.
I came down to Aviator in April to train, and I did a small course with them. I was only here for about 10 days, so not a full 2-week course like what we offer, but it was amazing. Ross Gasaway was my trainer. And absolutely amazing. There was a team fully, because there's a whole class going on. So Dave, Judson, Jillian, and Chris Byler were all also instructors in the class that I was in, and it was just amazing. And I was down here for a week, and then went back, and I knew immediately when I was down here that I wanted to stay down here, but I couldn't because my job and everything back home. So ever since I went home, though, from this trip, I was thinking about making the switch to seeing how I could come down and work at Aviator. And so I've been kiting for a while, and I'll get back in the air at the end of the month. So that's my PPG journey so far.
Are you foot launching then? Are you planning on staying foot launching?
I am, and I actually never thought I would be able to foot launch because I'm so short. I had been told by so many people that it was really hard because I'm only 4'10", and so I always thought that I'd have to learn on a trike. And which my dad, he had a quad that I inherited. So I thought I was going to train on that, but Aviator said, you know what, give foot launch a shot. It may not be as hard as you think. And I'll point out that video in the intro. That was my first flight ever.
Really?
And so I have a lean back in that one, but it's gotten better now. But so I am foot launching. I think I'll stay foot launch because I enjoy it. Maybe eventually I'll move to a tri or quad, but for now I like the foot launch.
Good. So you said you're going to get some remedial training then soon when they
Yeah.
get some people to work with you?
Yeah, because I haven't flown since April. Since as soon as I moved back to Georgia, I was just gun ho trying to get my house ready to move. Are you a little short to be a stormtrooper? I can be anything I want to be.
Exactly.
That's where the sassy part comes from. But yeah, so I've been kiting, and at the end of the month, I'll do some towing and taxi practice before I fly again because we have a class starting. So I'll do some training with them at the time.
What size wing do you use?
Right now I'm on a Spider 22. I started out on the Mojo. I may have been on a 24. I'm not sure, and then downsized to a 22, and then I think I was on a Mojo 22 though when I started, and then switched over to the Spider. So, and I mean, I'll be on the Spider for a while, you know.
Okay, and what engine are you on? They have you on?
I trained on the Atom 80, and I'll continue to train on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I trained on the I trained on either a Liberty or a Maverick, but I'm also going to give the new Limitless a shot after a couple flights. It's got a bigger hoop, so I'm excited to see how much I can lean back with it. I'm excited to give the Limitless a try. Yeah, so I'll start back on an Atom 80.
I'm so rusty on there.
I've tried the Limitless male paramotor, and it's done wonders for me.
What do you mean?
Personally.
Mel?
Don't ask.
You don't think that the bigger hoop will cause you more problems with takeoff?
That's what I'm not sure. I get pretty close to the ground when I lean back fully. But I've heard that with the Limitless, you actually don't even lean too much because of how it sits on you. So I'm going to give it a shot and see how it goes. I've heard it's great so far from all the demos we did at Bad Apple. So I'm excited to try it, something new.
So I do know, I'm almost certain Alexis Quintana has been launching the enlarged version of the Maverick that accommodates like 140-inch or centimeter prop.
Yeah.
And she could do stuff like Andrew Fuller's, the prior frame before the Spartan, SkyTap Angel. She's launched that, and you know she's so short as well. I mean, you just pick the form that works for you.
Yeah. So I mean, it's give and take for every pilot. So I'll just see what works best for me. But I'm excited to try.
Oh. We got Eric Farewell watching. We need to talk about your pay grade. Yeah.
You stay out of it now.
Don't get her fired, Steve.
Just started.
I know things about Sandie, Eric. We need to talk.
He said he's going to start putting in weird orders. So when I start calling, I sleepy. I'm like, I don't know what this is.
I'm out of blinker fluid. I need some blinker fluid.
Yeah, so that Limitless, is that going like hotcakes?
Yeah, we're selling a ton of them, and a lot of students. We're letting our students fly on both Limitless and Parajets and letting them decide. And so we've been selling a good bit. You know, Neil assembles all of them here, so it's a really cool process to see students trying them for the first time or trying a different motor and then moving to them and then getting to fly and deciding what they want and getting a fresh build straight from Neil. You can't get any better than that.
Are they pretty lightweight?
Are they lightweight?
Lightweight?
I don't know what the exact.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
But
The
like,
dog's stirring up my dog.
I don't know if Eric's in the chat. He may be able to comment that.
Sorry, my dogs are being goofy. Coco had to be on TV, and the other one's mad because I picked Coco up, and oh my God. Sorry. So, yeah, what does Eric say here? They're about 52 pounds.
Okay.
Oh, that is too heavy.
Actually,
Man,
yeah,
that's just a freaking boulder.
That's with the Adam.
That's
Yeah, and 58 pounds, 52 pounds with the Adam, and 58 with the Moster.
No, it should be like 25.
Yeah, that's not bad.
pretty
I'd
safe.
do it then.
When it's on a trike, it's not hardly anything at all.
Yeah, that's I'm learning all about different and everything, right? Versus foot launch engines, floats, everything, and reserves, and it's a total. It's such a how many different ball field there is.
Thank you.
Justin wants to ask how many flights are you at right now?
I'm at 16 right now.
Okay.
So,
Very good.
Whoops.
All right.
Oh, here, Steve. This is for you.
I'm laughing because I have like all sorts of snarky remarks in my head that I just want to like say, but I'm like,
Ah.
So how many fly-ins have you been to, Sandie?
just bad apples.
Bad apples? And what did you think of it?
I loved it. I went in 2020 just for one night, just to go see Tim and the whole experience. And but 2020 or no, that was 21. I went in 21, and so 22 was my first time as a pilot, which I didn't fly myself just because I was so fresh out of training and how aware you have to be at fly-ins. I didn't want to risk anything, but I did get to do a tandem with David Wolf, so that was awesome. But I loved it. I can't wait for next year and some of the other ones. I know a lot of people are going to endless foot drag. I won't be there, but I can't wait to see all the pictures and everything.
Right.
what was your favorite part about Bad Apples this year, and why was it me?
Actually, my favorite part was getting inducted into the Bad Apples. 100%. I'm so honored.
Oh, really?
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm honored to be a part of the Bad Apples. It's a great organization, great group.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Isn't Endless Foot Drag coming up? Is
Yep.
that like next week or
Right?
Yeah.
are you going? Are you going to that?
I
Oh,
will.
yeah. That's my jam.
You're going.
Yeah. I'm parking people. Watch out.
In your dress?
It's some big the things that use for airplanes, to tell them how much room they have. That's what you need.
Yeah, but I'll just use my baddie.
Shane Wyman says Bad Apples was the highlight of his summer. I learned so much and met lots of friends and really grew as a pilot. I met Shane Wyman there.
And speaking of Shane, if you guys want to stick around towards the end, when we're done drilling on Sandie with questions, Shane's going to come in and he'd like to talk about his last fly-in that he was at last weekend that we were supposed to go to.
Oh, okay, great.
So, yeah.
I realize how many small fly-ins there are. Like almost every weekend right now, I'm seeing a post about this fly-in, this one, and I know Brooks I think Brooks putting it on. There's one in North Carolina, I think in October. So there's just so many of them. I love it.
There's one in Arkansas. I think it's Parafest in October.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to go to that one.
Yeah.
It's in El Dorado.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go out west. That'll be. I've never gone out west before, and I've always wanted to. And if I get to go for a fly-in, that'll be so cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Let's see. What's this one say? James, it's the mecca of fly-ins for vendors and most people. However, better fly-in locations at other fly-ins. What's the mecca of fly-ins?
It means it's like the biggest.
Which one? EFD?
He's probably referring to Bad Apples, but I think Salton Sea, EFD, and Bad Apples are all
Big.
similar. They're all very different, but they're all awesome. But they're just very different flavors of fly-ins
yeah.
people, but huge nonetheless.
Yeah.
Before that, though, he said you need to go to Moonshiners if you like the cooler weather and the better scenery. I agree.
Yeah.
Tennis.
Where?
What?
Where's Moonshiners?
Tennessee.
Tennessee, yeah.
You know, that's funny. Just today, we had a customer in, and they're going to Endless Foot Drag, and they're a brand new pilot, though. And so, you know, we were like, be careful if you're flying out there, just be very aware of everything. And he said that he was thinking about stopping places on the way. And so I looked up the route, and it said they'll be going through Tennessee. And I said, I bet that'd be beautiful up in Tennessee in the mountains. That's what I see Brooke Sheffield's post every day on Facebook, and the mountains.
I know.
Well,
So Justin,
Yeah, but I thought, oh, never mind.
really?
I was like, isn't he in North Carolina? But then he was just in Tennessee.
Mountains in general.
It was pretty at Moonshiners. I didn't get to fly there. I had just got my paramotor, but it was so pretty there. So I know it would be great to fly there.
I really felt like that.
I rank that probably number 2 now, because I'm rating Pennsylvania as number 1. So
You like that place.
yeah, I love the mountain
like-
ridges and stuff.
To fly in.
Wait, say that again.
So, are you talking about Pennsylvania, like just this past week? Was that like a planned fly-in, or was that just people hung out?
No, I went with Eric, and we went to see just Justin and Wendy, and just we took our stuff along, and it just so happened that some of the Aviator was there teaching, and Wendy's a local, so, and Justin, you know, they both know everybody there, being that's Wendy's local LZ. So yeah, so we got to meet a lot of people, but oh, it's so beautiful. So now I just missed, what was the one I just had? Oh, Justin wanted to know, wait, hang on.
I'm sorry. I did that.
Justin wanted to know if you ever plan on becoming an instructor.
I'm not sure. I thought of it when I was trying to figure out if I could come down to Aviator and what I could do. I questioned if that'd be an option, but I want to, just get my own skills set and fly for a while before I ever try to put myself in those shoes, because there's just so many great instructors out there. I want to make sure I'm up to the capabilities and the responsibility of training other people. And so I don't know, it could be in my future, but I love what I'm doing now at Aviator, so I'm very happy and content where I am.
Totally get it.
You could train me, Sandie.
Now
I trust you.
just
All right, go Deweese.
I just said Karen Up says she's hoping to head to Johnson City Airport in Mountain City next week.
Oh, nice.
I'm jealous.
Yes. You love it.
Yes.
All right, can I borrow Sandie for a minute?
Sure.
Luna.
All right.
Luna might not know.
Lucky
So
me.
how many flights have you had so far?
16.
16. And like when you were learning, like, did you have anything you
I don't think
struggled
we
with
can.
at all, or did it
We
come
can.
natural? I heard a lot of people when they go to Aviator, it's a much longer block and they break it up so well that it's a smooth transition generally. But I'm just curious. Like, I struggled really bad with all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it's Aviator's program is just so amazing. It's very like boot camp style. That's why it's typically for 2 weeks. And it's, it's like a progress. You have to do this thing and move on through the steps. And that's what the video that I posted of training on my Facebook of my training was, each step of the process. You got your kiting, and then you do you have your kiting, and then we have a simulator. So you sit in the simulator and feel the engine, and then you just walk solely with the engine on. Then you do your towing, and then you do taxiing before you fly. So it's such a long process. I knew I was only going to be there for a short time, so I busted my butt every day kiting. Like when we went on breaks, I would go out and stay in the field and kite as much as I could, which I loved kiting. And it was such a great time of year in April because the thermals right in the middle of the day were not too strong, but strong enough that I could get some good handling capabilities. And so None of that was really a struggle. Nothing of the training aspect, but my first couple flights, you know, when you're training, they tell you don't jump in your seat as soon as you get in the air in case you touch back down. And so my first couple of flights, I would get in the air and my seat wouldn't come up behind me. So I was just dangling. And so every time I came to the ground, we'd try to adjust stuff and figure out what it was. And so I would go right up in the air, do a circle, and come back down until we figured it out. And one of the things we figured out was the second flap on the seat was staying tucked under so it wasn't pulling up. And then we also realized it's because we don't tighten the leg straps too much when we're first starting out because we don't want anyone to get in the seat too quickly. But as soon as I started tightening those straps and it pulling up, it would pull the seat up under me. So that was the only thing at first. My first couple of flights, I was just dangling. But after that, it wasn't nothing. There was no issues. I had a great time. And it was fast. I was only there for like 10 days. So it was a fast-paced process for me.
Wow. Yeah, like when I was first starting out, my burning question before I ever flew was like, how's the whole seat thing work? Is that it? And like you don't even think about it anymore, but like I tell any new person, if someone's listening, like there's a hang check. You can literally hang and see what it feels like to get in and out of it. And then it's like, oh, that's one less thing I have to freak out about. What was your first flight like, just feeling and all that other stuff with it?
It was awesome. You know, it was so funny because we did my towing that morning and I thought I was just going to tow and then keep kiting for the rest of the day. But I did my tow and I did 3 of them and all of them went. And so then Ross said, you know, we're going to do some taxi practice. So you're going to pull up the kite with the motor on and, you know, just give it a little bit of power so you can feel what it's like without having to fully bear the weight. And I did a couple taxi practices and he looked at me and he went, do you want to fly? And I was like, what do you mean I want to fly? And he was like, you're ready to fly. And so I was like, well, yeah, if you're comfortable with me doing it, I'm comfortable with my abilities, let's do it. So, you know, then that like rush of adrenaline, because I was not expecting to do it that day at all. And it was a lot of emotions because I was just thinking about my dad the whole time and thinking about like how proud he would have been. And so it was really awesome getting up in the air. I'm surprised I didn't cry. I did not cry. I was shocked.
I did my 3rd time. Like it was just like,
I thought I'd be a ball and mess when I first got in the air, but it was awesome. You know, I got up and like I said, my first couple flights, the seat wasn't coming up, so they didn't last long. I got up there and I was like, I want to get down. But it was cool. That one was my first flight. My first flight in the clouds was also one of those ones that I got up there and I was like, okay, wait, I want to get down because I wasn't expecting this. But it was really awesome. My first flight, just the emotions. I landed on my butt probably maybe 13 of my 16 flights so far. So
half of my first 30, it was just knee slides. It took me a while on that.
I had one face plant. So yeah, but it was great. It was a great flight. So I'm happy to be up in the air now.
Kind of suck.
Any other flights you had within the 16 that were just like different or changed you away or doing something different?
It was like with the clouds.
Did you get above them or did you kind of like level or?
No, I went above them. So it was one of the last days I was going to be there. And since I was on limited time, me and Ross got out there and got set up immediately. Like right as soon as we got out there, because there was a whole class with us, but we were just moving at our own pace and going faster. And so I got up in the air and was up before anyone else. And so I got up and we knew we had to wait a while to be able to have the visibility to legally fly. And so once it was legal, I went ahead and went up and they said, okay, you need to find a spot to go up through the clouds. And so I did. And it was definitely like the clouds were breakable, you know, so I saw ground, but it wasn't full vision of the ground. It wasn't like just a mist of fog, you know, it was like it was very cloudy. And so I got up and I was flying around, and I wasn't not sure of it because I was already in the mindset of what am I going to do when I land. And so I was thinking about how I would find a spot, get down out of the clouds, and be within a good height range to actually land at our LZ, because I knew once I got below the clouds, I was too low to be flying at that elevation because the clouds weren't super high. And being so new, I didn't want to be that low to the ground. And so like that was my whole mindset was, how am I going to get under the clouds in a good space that then I can land? So I was worried about that, but I shouldn't have been too worried because there was nothing wrong with it. You know, I could see the ground at all times. And then I was just overanalyzing everything. But as soon as I got on the ground, I was like, okay, now that I see what's going on, I want to go again. But,
Nice. Have you had any moments before flying or during flying that any sort of fear or anything that kind of gets you, or has it been just pretty much smooth for you?
the first couple bumps that I felt, it was a little weird. And especially after my first couple flights that I wasn't getting in the seat. And when we were trying to do all the adjustments to make the seat come up from under me, they were saying, you know, you can really wiggle yourself into it. And so I was always scared to, but once after a couple flights, I got more used to actually like wiggling really hard to try to get my seat to come up under me. And so that was scary at first to feel those bumps. But once I started doing some cross countries with Ross, if he felt any bumpiness, he would say to me like, you felt that, that's totally fine. There's nothing about that you should feel uncomfortable with. And so, cause any little bump I felt, I would, have a, uh-oh, what is that? But after a while, I was always good with it.
You say cross countries. How far do you go on cross country with somebody?
Me and Ross didn't go far because of the timing. And I really, because I was at training, I was more in the mindset of repetition, takeoff and landings. That's what I wanted to do the most. So we went probably for about 30 minutes once. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to go back and just take off and land again, just do a simple pattern and just go over and over because I wanted to get my skills down since I had limited time. But I'm not sure. I think most of our cross countries usually last 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the instructor and the students and how many of them there are in the air, all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't wait. So many beautiful lakes out here. I can't wait to start flying in the morning and going and seeing everything.
Oh yeah, I bet when the fog's just lifting off the ground.
Oh yeah.
Especially in Florida.
Yeah, when I originally decided that I was moving down here and I had told my friends, everyone kept asking, like, where are you going? What are you doing? And so one day on Facebook, I think it was either Gladys or Matt, posted some pictures from their morning flight. And I just said, here, this is where I'm going. I shared it.
Uh-oh.
Like, find. I can't wait.
Hang on, Sandie. We're losing you here.
Am I here?
Okay, now we hear you. There. You're back. You froze up and we lost you for a second.
Yeah, it's storming, so it's Florida.
Typical. It's storming? It's storming?
A little bit. It's just, normal thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, let's see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Who was it? Somebody was asking how many flights she'd had. That's the wrong one.
Yeah, they're all responding. I think Shane did, and she's at 16.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. So where do you see yourself in, let's say, 5 years with flying and where Sandie's at?
She's froze again.
And Sandie's frozen.
There.
I said burr.
In my bed.
It's cool.
We can kind of hear you, but you're frozen.
Yeah, you're breaking up here and there, Sandie.
Am I back?
Yes.
Yep,
Steve
there
will
you
start singing the sun will come out or something here pretty soon.
I really don't. I'm just along for the ride. I fly what traveling I can do and experience with Aviator and with the flying community in general. Am I still breaking
Yeah.
up?
are. Steve scared her.
Yeah, you did.
Somebody said for her to
You
refresh.
feel good. I know. I tried to stop it and then you.
Apparently, I'm gonna have to talk to Eric Farewell about his Wi-Fi too. It's gonna be like, bam.
Get him some new Wi-Fi upgrade.
Okay is finally here. He forgot about us. What the heck?
He forgot. Oh my gosh, that's why you beat him. That's why you were first.
Right.
The thing that gets me about Sandie the most is she's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one of the most depressive, sad people I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh yeah.
It's just
You would-
she's just like
you would
Eeyore
have
from
my
Winnie
all
the
done
Pooh.
on
I
the
just
side. You weren't shocked.
so you just put her up.
I wanted to get that face she was making for you.
Ghost, didn't you?
Like I remember when I first started talking to her at Bad Apples, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm wearing a warm, heavy blanket. Like
Did she? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What?
my speech.
Did we get any
I
videos
remember
or
talking.
share?
Um,
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Okay.
no.
No?
I don't know other than what was in the intro.
Oh,
I remember the first talk to Steve at I watched the show the night before Bad Apples, and I was packing to get ready to go, and Steve came in on in the pirate costume. And so the next day, when I got to Bad Apples, I went up to Steve and I said, "Oh yeah, you're the one in the pirate costume." And then he got the pirate costume. And yeah, it's a lifelong friendship now. I can look forward to your comments on every one of my Facebook posts. And I make that face every time I read it.
I don't get paid to entertain.
sure. Get paid to love.
I'm trying to figure out how to pull her picture of her flight up, but it's not working. I'm really struggling with that part.
Any game. Remember
So back when you're like selling all your house and a whole bunch of, or not selling your house,
Yeah.
but selling all that stuff, there was I kept being tempted to, because I used to on a local city group of like people selling random stuff like shoes, and I'd be like, I'm in as long as it comes with macaroni and cheese. And I would say the same thing over everything. And then they eventually kicked me out of that group because I kept saying, I'm going to buy it if you sell it to me filled with macaroni and cheese.
I think you did comment that a couple times. I think
That
Did
sounds
you
about
kick
right.
him out?
I was probably sober.
Did you kick him out?
no.
Oh.
Can you kick him out right now? You can't Steve out. I always look forward every time I post. I just look forward to what he's gonna comment.
He just kicked himself out. Well, I can't wait to see you get some more refresher training and wait now. Clark's video. Where did you get your flying flamingo from? Huh? I don't know. My flying flamingo on my hood of my trike? Well, that was from Deweese, I think. Justin, have a good night, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Good night, Justin.
Say hi to Wendy if she's there also. And let's see, Jim CR120. Oh, they're just talking in the chat. Okay, never mind. Sorry. So,
Go back and read it later.
Angela wants to know about Hot Buttered Steve's skydive.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Showed us some pictures, Steve.
You were so vibrant about it on Facebook. You're gonna act like it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's
I'm a really dull person.
whatever. Oh. Travis. I don't think ever. Yeah, Angela says she's going to check out the videos. Yeah, he's got a really cool one. Unedited. It was pretty funny. So, all right. So, Sandie, do you have any other stuff that you want to share with us that you can think of, or anything being a newer pilot that you want to tell anybody that's maybe out there contemplating being in the sport?
Just if you're excited about it, try it out, follow your dreams. That's what I did. And look where I am now, it totally changed my life. And I can't wait to see where I am in the next 5 years and where this sport and all the people I meet in this community, I can't wait to see where it takes me. And I can't wait to see all you guys again.
I can't wait to get you fired from your job. Yeah.
But, looking into training, look into what schools are accredited and everything. Make sure you get some good training, practice your butt off, and
Practice for sure.
They say practice makes perfect, but nobody's perfect. So I just stopped practicing.
Kite as much as you fly. That's one of the biggest things that Aviator taught me was kite.
And Gladys has got a good message for you.
Aw, I love you too, Gladys. I can't wait to fly with things.
Shane Wyman, if you're around, why don't you see if you can join us in the chat?
I think I saw one from Jim too about if I'll be flying before Eva comes back, and I will. Is that he's gotta be
Jim CR120.
Yeah, I think that's Jim Reeves. He's one of our instructors, and I was telling them before we came on the show about my drinky and who I learned it from. But yeah, I'll fly at the end of this month. We got a class starting in the end of September.
So Heather Kent said I was at training last week, but didn't get to fly because of the weather. Aw. Going back in October to finish. Bought my gear though. Yoo-hoo!
Was Pennsylvania class, I'm guessing, and coming back in our October class. That'll be exciting. I'll get to meet him, her, whichever. That's awesome. I can't wait to meet everyone.
I got to say, you've been a really great guest. You are so bubbly and smile and friendly.
I didn't know about your dad, though. I'm sorry to hear that. That actually makes me really sad.
Yeah, I didn't.
What?
But I'm glad you got to fly, eventually from it.
Why are you sad?
Oh, I just didn't know about your dad.
Yeah, that's what got me in the sport. Him and Tim are actually identical twins.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I've always been scared of Tim. And then I met you and I'm like, crap, I've got to behave around her.
There was an incident at Bad Apples that I got us in more trouble because of what I said, not what Tim said.
Oh, really? Must
yeah.
run in the family.
Oh, it does. But look at who I got raised by. If you've met Tim.
But it's weird. When I first started this, because I'm a little weird, and there's like so many people that I was like intimidated to talk to because I'm like, they're just going to think I'm a joke. And then I'll meet them and they're like the most welcoming people ever. I'm like, oh, I guess this is okay to be a whack job.
Cool.
So it looks like Heather was in at Carolina PPG. So, all right.
Well, I can't wait for you to fly.
Yeah. Well, you keep us posted, and maybe if we do a Halloween show, we'll have you on because I'd love to see what everyone is going to be.
I'm going to come on in the buff.
Halloween outfits right now.
Oh, boy.
me. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. So do we want to let this other guest on? Sandie, are you okay with it?
Yeah, it was good seeing you guys. I hope you all have a good night.
Okay, you're more than welcome to stay on here. So, because he's going to tell us about a fly-in, and this is Shane.
Hey, Shane.
Hey, dude.
Who's this cutie?
Okay,
You're
we
mute.
don't.
You're
Who's
mute.
this? Who's this muted cutie?
You're
Cutie?
muted. Hang on, I'll unmute him. There,
I'm unmuted.
there.
Am I working right?
You're good.
No feedback?
Nope.
Awesome.
But why are you on here now?
I'm on here because I went to Mike Cotter's Fly My PPG fly-in last weekend, and I thought I was going to get to see my flying flamingo.
I know. I'm sorry.
But I don't blame you. That is a long trip around that lake. So
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We basically just
freezing.
vegged.
Come back.
Who's freeze? Who's froze? Me?
Uh-oh.
Nobody?
There.
Shane,
Now we're back.
we're here. Okay. So yeah, we kind of just took a weekend and did some other stuff around here because we've been just on the go since I've been walking again a little bit more. So tell us about it. Where is this place?
It
Where are
is
you?
I'm in my shop, but we're here in Michigan. It was 2 hours away from me in Saranac, Michigan, where the fly-in at Walters RC Park, and it's an awesome place. Very well manicured landing strip for us, and he's got a bunch
Wait,
of.
are
other
we talking
stuff.
about a place or a person?
Oh no!
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Shane, he's your friend.
Not that type of show.
Yep, you froze again.
Oh boy, we're here.
No, we can hear you.
Okay, now we're back. Sorry, I don't know if it's my hotspot on my phone or what. But anyway, yes. So
How many
it's
people?
I think we only had 25 pilots, maybe.
Hey, that's
So,
all right.
Yep, it was a lot of fun. I did 2 flights on Thursday. I was so excited. I think I put 8 liters of fuel in, and I had to land and fill back up. And I got back up before the sun set. And yeah, I think I burned 5 gallons of fuel on between Thursday night and Friday morning. So that was pretty cool. A lot of flying.
Nice.
And then, yeah. And it froze up again.
No, you're all smooth. I mean, we see you and hear you clearly. So if you look
think you're
frozen, just
pushing a
keep
button.
talking and dance around.
Don't say anything you don't mean while you're frozen.
Right.
And now we reset.
Okay, you're
No.
never frozen.
Shane,
Oh,
you
I'm not
don't.
frozen?
You're never frozen to us. No.
Be careful.
Don't say anything bad while you think you're frozen.
Yeah, you guys freeze. I'm still moving. So and the clock's ticking up in the corner. So yeah, sorry about that. I didn't know.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's always an adventure when I get on. I'll tell you. Steve will tell you. But anyway,
Weather was good all weekend.
weather was great. I did leave early because it was supposed to start to rain on Sunday morning, and so I left. I have a hard time sitting still for, between the morning flights and the evening flights. When you sit there and really don't do anything all day, I struggle with that. And all the rest of the guys have a one wheel, so they kind of went and did that. But there wasn't much for me to do, and I
But
did
you
it
have a
Friday. It was
freaking golf
okay. I
cart.
had a great flight Friday night. So Saturday, woke up, was feeling kind of lazy and didn't fly or wasn't going to fly. So we were sitting around just talking, and this van pulled in. No, I didn't know the person, but his name was Phil. He's a 72-year-old foot launch pilot. But it was his wife pulling in a van, and everybody's like, "Where's Phil? Where's Phil?" And she gets out and said, "Well, he's on his way." Well, he lives in Niles, Michigan, which is 92 miles away. So is actually Terry Williamson said, "Hey, let's all get in the air and go meet him up in there, and we'll greet him." So it was probably 10:30 when this happened. So I've never flown that late in the morning before. and it was pretty calm conditions. So, man, I think we probably had 6, 7 guys all throw on their paramotors, and we went up. But he landed while we were setting up. But I'll tell you what, I had an awesome flight. It was only probably 25 minutes long, but it was really cool. But I did kind of chicken out because we had the clouds looked low, and a couple guys went. I quit about 3,000 feet, but it took 6,500 to get above cloud base. So I was kind of bummed that I didn't do it, but it was fun. Really good time.
So he flew in on his paramotor how many miles?
92 miles.
Wow.
It took him 3 hours and 6 minutes, I think he said, and he burned only 6 liters of fuel. So
wow.
it's pretty amazing, but yeah, that was an inspiration for sure.
Must be running a 4-cylinder.
I don't know I don't know, but it's pretty sweet.
Wow. How about
I burn about 6 liters an hour, it seems like, with mine. But yeah, it was a really good time. A lot of flying. And that's what I like.
Good.
So
yeah, even that amount of people, like our fly-in, we had, I think, 19 pilots, and that was perfect. We didn't have to worry about, everybody crowding up, when they were coming in, and, kind of like more intimidating, like at Bad Apples when you're a newer pilot and you're freaking out because they're everywhere. So, yeah.
I've got an idea. I think on Wednesdays, if I'm flying and can't make the show, you should make Shane my backup.
Yeah. Okay.
I could do it. I'm not good at talking, but I could do my best.
So Heather said she's originally from Michigan and definitely be coming up there to fly next year. It's beautiful there from the air. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully next year we can maybe join you. Good night, D. Bart.
I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here because I'm waiting for you guys to refresh. Yeah.
So what's this whole thing about low power turns, Shane?
Oh my gosh, dude. I've come so far since we flew together. I'm not kidding you. I love it. Carvin, I just tied my 2D steering in at this fly-in, so man. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Does it really like change your game just running on rails?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe the G's you pull when you bank that sucker. I was coming in 5 feet off the ground and start turning and just getting the throttle, and it just pins around. It pulls so many G's. It's awesome.
Oh,
so
guess I know what I'm doing next.
Yes.
But I'm kind of an idiot. I should be doing it at altitude, and I don't. But I feel like I'm in control. Everything seems really good. I mean, I do baby step into it, but man, yeah, it's good. It's been a great year.
Why aren't you going up higher?
I got 2 other guys here that fly with me too tonight, so I'm really lucky.
So why aren't you flying higher?
I like flying low.
Okay,
it's fun.
I don't know why was I foot dragging the river this last weekend when that's stupid.
No, that was pretty cool. I really want to learn wing overs. That's my thing, but I'm not going to try it. I don't think this year.
So I do have an approach to that I'm going to pursue just because I'm always flying with my instructor, but I'm just going to go up on tandems with him. Learn it that way. We had a guest, Bree, on the show, did paragliding, and she learned wing overs via tandem and then went solo. So I figure, why not do that? I like getting a tandem, a free ride. Yeah.
So Planet Shane says low flying's awesome. It's cold up high. I beg to differ. Sometimes it's actually cooler down low where you get that inversion. So that's when it's fun. So
yeah, I saw another bald eagle tonight too. That was really cool. He was sitting in a tree, and I couldn't tell if it was an eagle or not. It kind of looked like it. So as I got closer, then I could see the white on his head and his tail. So that was awesome.
Cool.
The other night, I saw Pepsi license plates on a Coca-Cola truck, and it was kind of weird.
Oh man.
So what are the next fly-ins or excitement? Do do any of you have coming up that are on the panel here? And those of you that are in the chatters, write down what's next for you guys and what's up for the 5 of us sitting here.
I'm going
I
to
don't-
Eric's guest house so I can hang out with Sandie. Yeah.
Run, Sandy, run!
I'll go, but I know there's one in North Carolina in October. I think the 3rd weekend. I think Brooke's putting it on, but been on that one. But I know that.
Okay. And
Freaking
Luis?
love Brooke Sheffield. If you ever think Mark Honeycutt is cool, you really need to meet Brooke Sheffield. I'm just saying.
I love Brooke. PPG Pirate.
They're all pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's we're in a lawsuit together though because I tried to trademark PPG Pirate Hooker.
I think you won.
Don't fight.
So Kopay says that he's doing Utah fly-in November.
Southern Utah fly-in. Yeah.
Shane Planet no fly-ins. He's had his fill. I think because
He's up higher. He said he broke his foot,
broke his foot and then dropped a
a hammer or something.
hammer or something on his foot. Oh boy.
That hurt.
So Sandy, you're going a little bit north. Luis, do you have any plans?
Yeah, I'm going to go to. We are going to go to the Parafest in El Dorado, Arkansas, in October.
Okay. And then I think you said in November you're going to Kyle O's
Oh yeah, we're going to go to his Thanksgiving.
Black
I'll
Friday.
probably see you
Oh,
there
that'd be fun.
All right. Yeah, it's
because
fun.
I'm going to go to Galveston after that and hang out for a couple weeks
Yeah, we'll go to Kylo's. We went
Nice.
on the
last
beach
time.
in my 2-piece.
Hopefully it won't rain. It rained last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sandy, what did you say?
I said, "Aren't you lucky, Wheezy?" to
Oh,
get to see
Right.
Steve crying
Come on.
for you at the same time.
Come on, go with us.
Oh, Heather is saying Parajam Rockingham, North Carolina, October 20th through the 23rd.
I think that's the same one I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Linda did her first tandem. She can't get this out of her head.
She had so much fun.
I know. At Torchport Fly-In last year. Heather, if you get a chance to go up there, it's beautiful. Eric and I go up there for that. Linda, we made her come down because she lives north, I think about a half hour or something like that. So
Speaking of fly-ins, but before I say it, do I get any get out of jail free cards or no?
Depends.
Yep, Bill H will see us there at Kylo's for
All right.
Black Friday.
Oh,
And I think Aaron I comes there for that as well.
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Aaron's going to see me at EFD. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Just wish I didn't have a job getting in the way of EFD. So,
Jade, are you guys going to do Fly the Fort in Fort Wayne? I think it's this weekend or next.
no. No. I think the next one we plan on going to is down in Illinois with Teresa Mixer. Their Halloween.
Yep.
Yeah. We tried last year and we didn't know that they had a limit. And so this year we made sure as soon as we saw the post, we were getting reservations made.
Awesome.
So, yeah. The way my knee was going, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to be flying by then, but I'm back up in the air. So,
Wendy says hello to everybody. She came in.
hello, Wendy.
Hey,
She's
Wendy.
busy as always. Yep.
I've been sending her lots of stuff this week.
She's getting all kinds of goodies. All
Oh.
right. So if anybody wants to stick around, I can put. Oh, I just lost you guys.
No,
I
you
can-
didn't.
I'm still
Um,
here.
Okay. I will put the link in the show if you want to come in and say hi to Sandie. And now that we got Shane in here too, can get a couple people in. So, anything else, Shane, on your end?
No, I just had a great time, and unfortunately, I'm probably done with fly-ins, and I'm looking forward to Bad Apples. That's going to be
Yeah.
my next goal.
Good.
So,
I'm just trying to relate.
Well, hopefully you can come over by us in July when we have our fly-in too.
yes, that would be cool
Yeah.
for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Sandy, and Sandy, you got anything else? Seeing you're our special
Oh,
guest.
I was sending stuff to Wendy. What y'all asked earlier what one of my favorite things about my job was, and I love it when I see orders from people I know, and I'm packing them and writing notes, and I'm like, I know this. And every time I tell Kristen who works with me, and I'm like, oh, do you know so? Oh, they blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I love seeing people I know ordering and getting to pack up their stuff for their flying. So that is one of the best parts is getting to know that I'm helping people stay in the air for sure. Also,
You need to put in candy like Sky Sports USA does.
So
right.
So ask Kristen because my Eric had to send some stuff back for some warranty stuff, and he threw some candy bars in there for her.
Not chocolate.
Mailed them back and said, "Thanks for the candy."
Oh,
Don't do chocolate in the summer.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it would have been all over Eric's stuff anyway. So, oh, Wendy says she's thinking about Pear Jam just to visit with everyone, not going with the equipment. Nice. Wendy, you need to slow down, girl. I don't know how you do it. And Kat Bowen will be at Pear Jam.
Oh yeah, she's working at Carolina PPG right now. I think is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. I heard she's she's the head training. That's what I heard. So yeah. Well, guys, if anybody wants to join in the after show for a little bit before we head out, hey, JR Paramotor, about time you show up.
Better late than never.
You're right. So we're gonna say goodnight, but first off, Sandie, are you on any social media that we can follow you?
My Instagram and TikTok is Sandie the Squirrel, and of course I have Facebook, just Sandie Gaskins.
Sandie
And
the
it's
Squirrel.
E.
Wait, say the last part again.
It's Sandie with an IE.
Sandie with an IE.
Because my parents wanted me to be able to get the personal little keychains everywhere I went.
Remember that squirrel off of SpongeBob named Sandy Cheeks? That's a good name.
And what about you, Shane? Are you on any social media that we can find you or any videos or anything?
I mean, kind of, but no, not really. I'm
Come on, spill it.
YouTube, but I just posted some stuff that my kids have got of me taking off and landing just so I could kind of watch them on a bigger screen. I kind of put them on there, but nothing filming anything. I'm thinking about maybe trying to start into it. I think it might be kind of fun, but yeah, I don't know.
What's the channel name?
It's just my name, Shane Wyman.
Shane. Okay.
Yeah, pretty boring, just like me.
We're posting on our Aviator Paramotor TikTok.
But,
so if you want to check out those videos, we're trying to hype that up some.
Good.
Too.
All right. And Deweese, where can we find you and all your special stuff that you did this morning?
Well, I haven't posted it yet. I'm working on a video. But
Okay.
It's Deweese Milstead on YouTube, Deweese Milstead on Facebook, Deweese Milstead on Instagram, and Wheezy RN on TikTok.
All right. And she's on Snapchat. And where is my Snapchats? You
heck,
forgot.
I don't know. I'll have to work on that.
All right. And Steve, what about you?
Yeah, so
Social
me.
media.
Which is the
I don't give out my OnlyFans page, but all I got to say is, if we don't see you on there, we'll see you in there. Yeah.
All right. And I occasionally try to do stuff on TikTok at Flying Flamingo, I think Jade, and also Instagram Flying Flamingo 12. And if you know anyone, or if you're a guy or a gal that want to be on the show and share your story of how you got into the sky with any of the air sports, please reach out to any one of us and let us know. And we'd love to share your story. I'm on Facebook. My email is flyingflamingojade@gmail. Reach me there, or any of the guys that are on the screen right now. But
Oh, I see Eric Fairwell's online on Discord. I'm going to talk to him about your salary. You're going to get some money, girl.
But otherwise, thank you all for joining tonight, and continue to keep flying safe, and see you next week. Love all. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Are you excited? This is Linda Anderson going up for her ride. There goes Linda.
Calling you